Team Liquid, they've been outgreeding or trying to outgreed OG. But it seems like in this game 3, OG took a very greedy approach to it. A troll and a morphling on the same team. Meanwhile, Team Liquid definitely had the faster paced team with a Lycan and Storm Spirit. Tsunami, do you have a draft that you favor here?
I haven't seen Liquid have to play this fast in a while. I haven't seen Liquid not set themselves up for a potential comeback in a while. In fact, this is the type of game in which they can fall behind very, very quickly. They got Miracle and Storm Spirit. They got Matumba Man, Lycan. These heroes cannot go late against a Morphling and a Troll Warlord unless they have an amazing start.
But they can snowball pretty quickly, right?
Oh,
if you get the
yeah.
Storm Spirit to hit that good mid-game timing, Lycan starts taking apart those buildings. OG's greed may not pay off, as they may find that they've had too many heroes, too underfarmed and unable to play. We'll see what happens, though, as the landing phase is going to be all-important here. Liquid.
Time and time again, though, Shaker's my boy. And Jerax is already blocking this bot lane of creeps, and if he manages to get an early Blink Dagger, all of a sudden this Lycan is not going to feel very confident just pushing towers uncontested. Because this Echo Slam could get really spicy.
GH. With Mind Control here, they're going to try and double Ion Shell and kill the creep wave, but they decide against it with No Tail being here. Kuro is also going to be joining them, though. They're going to go full tri-lane for now. They are going to be able to get one stun on No Tail and a decent amount of damage to force him back. Of course, going for Mistcoil first, which is what every Abaddon does. I guess except that one time they tried to go for the big tier 1. I bet you we ignore that. We're always going to go Mistcoil. It means they don't have an immediate answer to the sticky napalm.
Though he was just sticking around for that top bit of harass. Now he goes back bot to help Matumba Man.
OG, I do like the fact, I think this is probably the right play where they put the Morphling into the Lycan lane.
For now, at least. I don't know how much this Morphling can take the Abaddon Mistcoil abuse.
Yeah, that is true.
It's just so irritating to have to deal with it because you inherently want to stay very low HP. And you know, you'd think against 2 melee heroes, you can stay at critical max agi the entire time, but with this Mistcoil spam, it's not really that easy. And now No Tail joining this bot lane.
And what about the fact that we heard Blitz talking about how Batrider counters Lycan a lot when it comes to laning phase? They won't have the Aphotic Shields until they get level 2. Just saying that he doesn't really know how this lane actually is going to unfold.
Yeah, especially in a tri-lane situation. I think more often than not, you would see the Batrider as a core be very, very penalized by this Aphotic Shield and his aggression being cut. But as a support, you know, just toss out a few sticky napalms. If you force the Abaddon to have to spend that mana on an Aphotic Shield, that's 2 mist coils that he doesn't get to use. Just let your Morphling do the harass. You don't have to.
So try versus try, and that means we're going to have solo lanes at top. A Darkseer versus a Brewmaster.
And at mid, a Storm Spirit versus a Troll Warlord in the Storm who just picked up a double damage rune.
That could certainly help. Hard camp pull. Anna's trying to get the last here, but it's going to be Kuro. Managed to get that Satyr instead.
Yet again, this is going to be another Storm Spirit game where I imagine he goes Kaya first. Every single time we see the Storm, we always wonder, like, how greedy can he go? But this game, it's pretty obvious. He cannot afford to go super greedy. He needs to snowball very, very early on. It's just that it's going to be with the combination of this Nyx Assassin. GH is going to need to get a lot of levels because a solo Storm Spirit is not going to be able to get pickoffs. Batrider's too difficult to kill. Brewmaster's too difficult to kill. Shaker can do too much, especially with these fissure blocks.
Aphotic Shield gets rid of some of the sticky napalm stacks, but still has it up. Nice impale from GH. That'll give Kuro some time here. He's trying to juke inside the trees, but he's going to run out of space eventually. Tries to go for the Mistcoil. Deny. Doesn't get it, though. The damage just happens too fast, and Anna is the one to pick up the first blood.
That is the perfect target for the first blood.
Oh, nice Fissure block.
5
sticky napalm. 5 sticky napalm stacks. GH kind of stuck inside the trees right now, but now No Tail's going to be blocked in by Carapace. Bouncing back that adaptive strike onto Anna.
He's got stick
They're
charges.
doing a lot of damage to him right now. He's going to be able to pop that stick, but he's dead. What?
He had a Fairy Fire also. He was not expecting that much damage to come out. Okay. He already had like 9 stick charges. He wasn't going to get much more, and he gives up a freebie after picking up first blood. Even had a Fairy Fire as well. Yeah, that is not a good look. Meanwhile, top lane, double Ion Shell onto Seb, and he's going to get taken down.
I was wondering, I was like, I don't think a Brewmaster can actually deal with this one-on-one against a Darkseer, and it seems not. mean, he is one of the tankier offlaners, but he doesn't have any natural sustain. For a minute, okay, you got some illusions. They're gonna get a lot of damage onto GH. No-Tail actually giving up on the sticky napalm because he's running a bit low. Miracle takes some damage. There is a healing salve for Miracle, so he should be okay.
JerAx's waiting for his moment. If he had gone, he would have been able to cancel the salve. Still able to do a little bit, but it's too late. The salve, full duration already done. Meanwhile, bot, the sticky napalms are adding up onto this Nyx Assassin, but he does still have Carapace.
Anna pump faking just a bit, see if he can lure out the spike Carapace. 5-minute bounty runes are coming up, and I'm sure we're going to have a fight here in this bottom lane. In fact, Miracle is already connecting over here. JerAx is going to be scared away.
It doesn't look like OG are going to try to challenge this bot bounty rune. In fact, the Batrider and the Morphling, okay, now No-Tail remembers, but too little too late, as Nyx Assassin's just going to take that one, and Abaddon takes the northern one.
Liquid would get 3. And the Darkseer continues to just cut the waves as much as possible. Mid just seems kind of a farm fest where the Stormseer gets low, but it's always ferrying in these healing salves. It's just bottom lane where we're going to have the action. Anik gets caught by the Impale, takes a decent amount of damage, and is forced to waveform away here. But again, excluding that one time.
Mid lane.
Miracle drops a bit low. The TP's actually canceled here. Miracle's going to go into the trees, has a Fairy Fire to keep himself alive, but Topson's much faster and will be able to find him as Miracle wasn't able to juke it out. The Impale's going to come out too late. GH arrives here, and he does have an Ion Shell on him now, but doesn't have an Impale up. Oh, Spike Carapace is up. He's going to be able to get one stun. Mind Control's going to give him the surge to try and stay on top of Topson. GH gets that kill. A massive kill it is. That's going to give Nyx Assassin a ton of experience. GH is going to be super happy with that.
Yeah, he gets a lot more. The
but look at that.
Split used.
An early rotation from the Brewmaster to shut down the Lycan, who's already having a tough go of it, with a Morphling sitting in his lane and a Batrider always sticky napalming him. And he is the first target of a gank from Seb as well.
And then Ana immediately moves top after getting that kill. Decides that the Brewmaster, he already used his TP. He helped me out getting that kill. He'll donate the lane to Seb. And it will be the Morphling versus the Darkseer for now, as neither team really strong enough to take any towers, even though normally these early rotations, especially with catapult waves, will convert into a tower push. It's not quite possible, although they can definitely keep pressuring this Lycan.
Photic Shield, now the turnaround is No-Tail takes a lot of damage here. The Photic Shield pops, but it's not quite enough to get the kill. Kuro, dangerously low. No-Tail pokes at him one more time just to remove some of that healing.
JerAx has a fissure, and he has a lot of vision on this mid lane with this.
Oh, they can actually finish him off. The range axes aren't going to be enough. Miracle will be fine. A shrine is available to him. He's going to try and cut over there, but you could see the troll is kind of shadowing here. He's got the vision. He might just be able to track down this Stormseer before he gets to the shrine. He's going to try and make the jump over in a sec, activates that shrine. Looks like he should be okay now. The troll's going to continue to beat on him for a while, but I'm a little bit surprised Topson wants to take this. Now he sees Kuro's very low. Meanwhile, the top lane, we're still fighting out with Ana trying to chase down Kuro. He will be able to outdistance that troll. They're going to turn back to this Earthshaker now with the Impale double Ion Shell to burn out that support. And the Morphling's going to be forced away. Topson's still low, trying to get away from Miracle right now, but Topson, he seems he has overstepped himself, run into too many liquid heroes now, and will end up dying here.
No points in battle trance. He couldn't really defend himself. Now back top, we got No-Tail, Carapace up underneath the Firefly, double Ion Shell.
Really great setup that'll do a lot of damage to No-Tail. Not quite enough to kill him, but enough to force him back to base.
Actually, yeah, it was just the singular Ion Shell. Didn't have the mana for the second one, so No-Tail survives just barely.
5-3, a pretty even laning phase so far. The big winners are the Darkseer. All 3 cores of OG have pretty good farm. They've all done relatively well for themselves. But Mind Control is definitely the biggest winner of all, as he's gotten a lot of CS out of lane, been a part of some kills, even gotten some neutrals, and is going to turn into a Darkseer now and try and battle it out with an Ion Shell of his own. But the Spike Carapace, that's just an opportunity, and it turns back into the Morphling before the Impale could come out from GH. I think if GH had been able to chain the stuns there, Ana actually would have died.
Yeah, being able to get the Impale after that Carapace off the Ion Shell would have possibly gotten the kill, but they will most likely be able to claim this tier 1 top with the dominated creep. And back in the bot lane, Lycan's still doing an admirable job of keeping this tier 1 tower at full HP with a Dominator creep of his own. Has Shapeshift available, but Seb has the Primal Split. So the second he goes into Wolf mode, I'm sure Seb will just Cyclone him up and let the rest of OG converge on him, because these fissure blocks following up after just Cyclone into a lasso, that would be a dead Lycan.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Liquid rotating out of that safe lane. It seemed for a moment they were going to give up the tower, but now they're heading back there with the Ion Shell of the Darkseer, as well as the Hell Dominator creeps. They might be able to catch
Nice
No Tail.
dodge.
No, it's not going to be hit by the Centaur stun, but it looks like with the Surge, they may still be able to run him down as long as they get the Wolves in front of him. But Matuma Man has
Ion
stopped
Shell.
microing, but it doesn't matter. The Ion Shell will be able to get that kill. Still, though, they have to be careful because there's a lot of OG heroes here.
Yeah, they wanna
wanna be
fight.
able to get the bounty runes. Seb does have his Primal Split as well. Surging out, just making sure the Centaur stays alive, turns back in for the stun. Kuro actually trying to save that Centaur. That'll be 200 gold for OG.
No fight. They still really want to be able to spend this Primal Split cooldown, but OG's not giving, Liquid's not giving them the opening. And I think part of the credit is to Miracle knowing when and where he should be on the map. Right now he has a double damage rune bottled. A lot of Storm Spirits would have just immediately gone after that, but he knows that there's no way that this Brewmaster is just posturing like that just for giggles, just for the bounty rune. He wants to take a fight, and Miracle's content to just sit back and farm for right now, farming up that Kaya.
So OG are saying, fine, you're going to defend bottom lane. We'll go for the push onto mid. Seb's going to rotate on over. He's actually a bit low, for obviously he still has that Primal Split. And may be forced to blow it here as he's getting dangerously low. The Fissure comes out, the Euphonic Shield. One miscoil. It's not going to be enough. Seb is now healed up because of the bottle. Instead, Matuma Man, who pops his Shapeshift here, I think he maybe thought, like, with the Helmet Dom creep, he would run down the Brewmaster and force him to Primal Split or something like that, but it doesn't actually happen. They're going to be able to get the Spike Hairpace stun onto No Tail, follow-up Impale. A great use of the double damage rune, and Miracle goes straight for that mid-tier 1 tower, but Topson's not going to let it happen so easily. Whirling Axe is out. Miracle has pretty much no mana left. They're going to be able to vacuum back. The Primal Split does go down. Miracle pops his stick charges and is able to get enough mana to be able to jump into the river here, but can he get far enough away? Topson actually gets a little bit too close, gets bursted down, doesn't get off. He doesn't even have a level of his ultimate, actually. And Seb's Primal Split is going to be useless here as No Tail trying to slow down some of these heroes, but Seb goes back into his regular form immediately. Spike Carapace and stunned.
And now No Tail, the last lone defender, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Firefly doesn't even manage to catch the creep wave. And Miracle's making sure that if he thinks about coming any closer, the Vortex will be in range. And quick 2-hero kills. The split was used, but you were still fighting into a double damage rune Storm Spirit, and even though that vacuum only has 1 point in it, it was just enough to get that impale off on 2 heroes. And yeah, there's no battle trance Topson. There are 2 situations now when she's been near certain death as Ana just narrowly escapes an impale.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that he's willing to take some of these engagements.
Exactly.
While not having that battle trance. GH skedaddling on over here with his Vendetta. Miracle's going to help him jump here, and GH says, well, you've got that kill under control. Let me just go ahead and sneak over to the side here, see if I can find another one. That's going to be Seb. Looking for the body block. But Seb is able to get away here. 10-3. A 3,000 net worth lead already for Team Liquid, but this is expected, right, Tsunami?
Yes, and the net worth lead needs to turn into a structural lead, which they now have claimed every single tier 1 on the map, and this is how Liquid need to play it. However, they can still get away with a similar playstyle to previous game, which is let Miracle sit back until he thinks he's ready to play. You let Matuma Man take point with this dominated Lycan. He's working his way to this level 1 Necro Book, and again, if Miracle sees an opportunity to take a fight, then go for it. If you get a good rune, if Nyx Assassin finds a good Carapace target, then you can go for it.
Another important thing is being able to defend their own towers, and that's something that Liquid has done relatively well. They had to give up that mid-tier 1 because of just the Troll doing so well in lane against the Storm, but other than that, being able to defend their side lane tier 1s and keep that tower advantage is pretty important.
And this is despite having no exceptional creep cutting or wave clearing abilities. It's mainly just the Ion Shell and the Static Remnants that are being able to do it.
GH getting some vision here, double Ion Shell, just staying on top of Topson. Topson
Losing
should know
HP.
what's going on here. He's gonna pop the Whirling Axe. Oh, what? Surely he had to have known about that. He was taking damage over time. GH just waits it out underneath their neutral, saying, well, if you're going to farm this neutral camp, you're probably going to pop those whirling axes. And now they're going to find another one here as Jarek's into the trees he goes. Going to be Centaur stunned up, controlled pretty easily. Not an opportunity to get off the Fisher.
I have yet to find a game where GH just doesn't continually impress me with any of the heroes that he plays. The carapace movement.
Oh no, no Tail's in trouble. He's got a regen rune. Tries to hit him with a flame break. He's going to blow every bit of mana he has to be able to finish off No Tail here, but doesn't actually have enough. May try and blow the regen now as the Morphling is that bottom lane, can't be gone on. Meanwhile, Seb is going to be caught here at top. Impale into Centaur stun. Seb dropping quite low. Has the Primal split up, but doesn't really want to blow it without a team fight happening, and so instead he's just going to die to a Vendetta hit from GH.
I respect that. Again, Liquid need to play fast.
There's a long jump into Ana, but he was able to morph strength in time, and now the disable is gone. He'll TP away.
If he blows Primal Split, he gives Liquid a huge window, a several minute window where they can freely take towers. Because right now, Primal Split is the biggest concern. Earthshaker is too underfarmed to be that big of a deal. All he has is Tranquil Boots and 900 gold, and now Topson needs to be very, very careful with his whirling axes.
He almost got there in time thanks to the surge with the spike carapace, but doesn't get him. And they missed their initiation. OG just being a bit squirrely here, not trying to take any fights, mostly just trying to farm up the neutrals and defend their towers when possible.
And I've talked a great deal about Miracle being allowed to sit back, but you know, that's because an Ana Morphling needs no introduction. This man will find his way to the top net worth. Right now, Darkseer's parked up there, but don't you worry, Ana's coming, as now Shapeshift is activated.
Yeah, they're gonna try to go for No Tail, couldn't quite get him. The Primal Split is successfully gonna go out from Seb, and they're gonna look for Mind Control here. As one stun comes out, Flame Break as well. No Tail's gonna blow that lasso, try and pull back this Darkseer, and you said he's top net worth. This is gonna be a big kill to get, but he has so much sustain. Look at that, between the mech and the Aphotic Shield. He has gone back up to full HP, and is still trying to deliver some damage to him, but has to wait for him away. And now Seb's back to his regular form here. Is going to be pulled back in with vacuum. Great setup into the Centaur stun. The Echo Slam to Jarek's with a big hit. Matama Man's almost done. Miracle's going to try and chase down Jarek's, but a Fisher managed to stun up Miracle, and now he's almost entirely out of mana. Jarek, it will take out to that last hit. GH being run down. Waveform's not enough to kill him. They don't have detection.
Oh, he's still in the vicinity. Whirling Axes tries to scout out the trees.
Where he is.
GH knows that he doesn't safe there for long. Even the scan comes out and he just skitters his way.
Still, though, I have to say, that fight was looking pretty bad for OG until that Echo Slam came in. It doesn't win them the fight. Actually, maybe it did. They killed the Lycan and only trade out an Earthshaker, right?
Yeah, well, the Batrider had died earlier as well.
Ah, that's true.
But still, I'd take that trade any day again because Liquid have to play fast. They have to keep taking these objectives. But the Mistcoil spam is making it very, very difficult to go after the Darkseer, which is why, oh, long zip.
Oh, finding the troll. That's a big kill. They can get it. Battle Trance goes down. Focusing on GH right now, but thanks to the surge as well, the Guard agrees. It is so hard to be able to stay on top of these heroes. They just kite him and finish him off. Ana will be able to get away, and Liquid have full control. Pick off like that. Pretty sure that warrants a Roshan.
So how much is Carapace going to get nerfed in the next patch?
It's looking pretty strong right now.
Single-handedly destroying this troll, making his game a nightmare. And it's true for so many heroes. Like we mentioned the Ember Spirit in the previous game. Any hero that builds a Radiance has to be very, very concerned about this. The ability to be able to cast that stun while invisible and be able to get a Vendetta break hit afterwards is just so valuable.
Roshan's up.
And Roshan's down.
Roshan's down, an Aegis for Miracle.
And an Invis rune.
A Blink Dagger for Earthshaker. So OG could still win a fight, but it'd have to be one of those really sick Jarek's Echo Slams that we've seen before. No Tail. Trying to set up here, but he's going to be found by GH. Immediately he's going to be impaled up. And that's just a simple pickoff. I don't think OG can really afford to try and defend their tier 2s. I think they've got to just play for the high ground.
Necrobook is down for another 20 seconds, otherwise I think Liquid would have done it without a second thought. But they have time. Matama Man still has the Shapeshift available, so finish off the top tier 2, and I do think that they should continue to siege for high ground. And much as how The Phantom Assassin in game 1 was off the map. Right now, Seb is trying to take that form, which is a little bit surprising. Normally, you'd think the Morphling would be the one out of the base, but Ana's kind of hemmed in here. Too scared to go out, as Liquid is just dominating this northern jungle. But we got TPs onto the Shrine.
Oh, they're going to come in. They're actually going to try and wrap into this one. Seb in position, pops his one, gets off the Primal Split just in time. Now he can control up some heroes. He's going to go for the Darks here once again. They have the lasso, see if they can burst him down. But the Euphonic Shield removes that lasso so quickly. And Mind Control as a fresh round of Surge. I think they're going to run out of disables here. The Vacuum ends up grouping them all up together for the Impel, but the Echo Slam goes down. Bat Rider ends up falling. Waveform on through. Topson's quite low. He's forced to pop the Battle Trance, runs down. It's going to be able to finish off the Lycan as well. OG. It seems like they saw that Liquid was out of position somewhere and they quickly swoop on in for a great team fight.
I mean, they created that position. Initially, it was just a tier 3 defense. Morphling wasn't even in that fight for the majority, but Seb TP'd into the Shrine. Jerax gets a choice Echo Slam on the low ground, and now Kuro just has a matter of time. Strength Adaptive Strike.
Kuro, you had to know.
Oh, he knows.
Just throwing away some TP scrolls,
Where's the
but he is
deny
buying
at?
a lot
Where's
more
the deny
time.
at?
He's buying a lot more time, and maybe, just maybe, no, Anna, Adaptive Strike just does too much.
Oh, Morphling's
Trying to go
creeping
for
up
Bounty
there.
Runes here. Topson does manage to grab 2. And so that's actually OG 3. So then not only do they win a team fight, they get 3 of the Bounty Runes.
And look at that, Morphling's top net worth now.
Yeah, you said it. You got to watch out for Anna.
And this is with a defensive build. Ana went for a Lincoln Sphere, as opposed to any sort of like Morbid Mask or something like that, which is a little bit surprising, actually. There is no Orchid yet online for Miracle. In fact, he's going to be going for the Bloodstone after this Kaya.
GH goes for it. Trying to deal with this Troll. The Centaur with the Ion Shells coming in as well. Will be able to get the stun on the Bat Rider thanks to the Spike Carapace, and it looks like instead of the Troll, they'll get the 5 position of OG.
They still have 2 minutes. They have 2 minutes left on this Aegis, and ideally they would have liked to use it in that previous fight near the Roche pit on the high ground of Dire, but Stormspirit wasn't around in the vicinity. But you still got time. You still got ability to siege high ground, and Primal Split is down for another 15 seconds.
Lincoln's popped. Anna, not too scared it seems. Finishes off most of that creep wave. They want to make sure that Siege Wagon dies though.
Not for long. Timeout in a minute and a half, but Matu's pushing out bot. 1 tier 2 tower remains, and this is the pace that OG has tried to establish in game 1 and game 2, and Liquid is taking a page out of their book in this game 3.
Lycan trying to build a BKB right now. Definitely help for a lot of this fight, because otherwise a lot of that Primal Split can just be used to toss the Lycan himself up in the air, remove that shapeshift advantage, or at least some of it.
Yeah, but they have good wave clear against the creeps. Actually, surprisingly, Topson did not opt for Battle Fury. Whirling Axes does not get caught by the Carapace. Topson's going to be able to break out of that.
I think that would have been a kill.
Yeah, for sure. I actually don't know how the Carapace didn't hit that.
Maybe he got hit first before he popped the Spike Carapace or something like that. No Tail's going to be caught again here. Long jump over from Miracle will collect the kill.
And now Topson on the run, but it's surged up. Nyx out and it's going to back off. I guess part of the reason why the Troll didn't go for the Battle Fury is you just give another option for the Nyx Assassin to Carapace off of. So might as well start going for some status resistance with the Sanjin Yasha instead.
Yeah, he might have also felt that it was like a little bit too greedy of a build, especially when they already have this Morphling. And I realize he's taking some damage. I think so, because he's already morphing into strength here.
Yep.
Gonna waveform into the trees, go for the TP, the long jump in, the
jump
Impel lands! Managed to catch him! Lincoln's gonna be able to block one of the disables, but not both of them, and he doesn't have a waveform immediately. He's gonna need to be able to turn into somebody here, pops into the Nyx, and managed to get a stun out. Back in the Morphling he goes, another waveform away. He's actually gonna be able to get out of this one. Miracle, though, stays right on top. He had enough mana to work with. A big kill. OG.
I can't believe he got that impale. If he didn't, that was not going to happen. That's why Ana built this Lincoln Sphere, so he could theoretically get away with that. It's possible, actually, no, the Orchid, I think, may have popped the Lincolns, but regardless, that impale was clutch, and now Kuro.
In for the Troll, the Euphonic Shield goes down. Kuro is setting up this fight. What a beautiful impale. The Echo Slam comes in, really only takes a little bit. Nice vacuum in with the shell as well. That's going to be problematic. Seven, they managed to get off the Primal Split. Maybe they could still turn this one as Topson runs back into his shrine, actually sees an opportunity to be able to finish off this storm, but no, he doesn't get the ensnare. Miracle's trying to get away right now. They need to be able to lock him down, but the Euphonic Shield's going to be able to force some opportunities for Miracle to be able to jump away. The Fisher continuing to lock some heroes down. The Primal Split's going to wear out soon, and Seb, if I remember right, he is quite low,
Oh, yes,
and they're going to immediately jump onto him as he turns back into his regular form here. Miracle is able to get a kill out of that. If only they could have killed that Storm Spirit, maybe OG could have had a more even fight, but instead they lose 4. Don't catch anybody from Liquid, and Liquid are just hightailing it straight to that tier 3 at top lane.
Time and time again, the ultimate factor. Oh no, Carapace on the adaptive strike.
Don't tell me, and has already been picked off once, and he's all by himself. He dies. Why is he there? Why is he dead?
And Liquid are full mana, full HP. The way to pull off these fast strategies is to have sustain for days. You got the Mistcoil, you got the Greaves, you got this Dominator aura, you've got Lycan with units galore. They mow down the top lane of Rax, they proceed to the mid lane, and that Morphling is dead for another 30 seconds.
Look how fast they attack once the extra bit of help comes out from Kuro. The Crimson Guard trying to protect this lane of Rax, but they still do not have Ana. What a Fisher, 4-man Fisher setting things up. They're getting a lot of damage on Kuro right now. There goes that borrowed time, but the melee Rax is being focused by Liquid quite a bit here. They're gonna turn onto the troll as best as possible. What a
vacuum centaur!
Oh my God, OG! They just get wiped out here. Great Fisher Echo Slam that's gonna be able to set down some things up, but a huge sustain for Team Liquid allows them to remain healthy here. They're gonna pop the shapeshift and try and go back. They're trying to get into this as best as possible. They do have the wall going out, and it looks like the troll, he's going to be dying here as he just bought back, and now he's dead for 70 seconds. Anna trying to set things up as a Nyx assassin right now is going to try and get away with the waveform as best as possible up in 2 seconds time, but he's pulled back in by the vacuum. Spirit Vessel stunned as well. Now he's going to be falling here as Notel can't save him. He cancels his TP. 2 of his coursers dead. They have to give up this mid lane of Rax, and now OG are left. Thankfully, they have a tier 2 left in the bottom lane. That means Liquid will not be able to go for Megas. And they do have the backdoor protection, slowing things down a bit, but what a win for Liquid is now they're up to 17K, 2 lanes of Rax, Shrines are available as well.
Does this team ever leave? Look at how long this fight lasts. Look at this vacuum centaur stomp into the impale. The stuff dreams are made of.
Absolutely insane. Mind control. And he's gotten so many of those vacuums too. Absolutely absurd how many times he's been able to get a 3 or 4-man vacuum in these team fights.
And the rest of Liquid are right there with him. No one's ever at critical HP. These Spirit Vessels from GH always charged up with the amount of kills that they're getting. The Greaves, aforementioned, from the Darkseer. Liquid just never have to leave. They never have to go back to base.
30-8. An insane lead by Team Liquid right now, largely off the back of this man right here. GH has had a great game.
A great series, a great tournament. Top 3 net worths owned by Liquid Heroes. This is what happens. This is what happens when you execute a fast tempo strategy to perfection. You don't give the enemy team a chance to breathe. You don't give the enemy carry a chance to free farm while you bash your head against the wall for objectives. You take them fast, and you stay there.
You were talking about the sustain earlier. Now they've got even more with the pipe on mind control. It was already so hard for OG to be able to burst down these heroes because their carries they can fight a little bit, but they're not close to their late game form.
Nope. And Liquid don't want to ever see them get to that point. Long zip.
Jump. Not going to be able to catch Ana with his pants down. Does manage to morph into strength. He's just pushing out that bottom lane because they know they have to protect this tier 2 if possible, for as long as possible anyway, to prevent Liquid from going for the high ground. Notail was setting up with that Morphling.
I mean, even if they manage to get the lasso, I don't think Ana has enough damage. He doesn't have anything like a shotgun build. It's just right clicks.
Yeah, seems pretty unlikely.
And this Observer Ward placed in the bottom lane by OG may end up being pretty useless because that was pretty much exclusively placed. 2 of them were placed just in hopes that they managed to get it.
Oh, they have the spot. They know where the troll is. He's been silenced up, is unable to get off the paddle trance until the last seconds, but still, he's stuck in no man's land. Look at Miracle taunting Topson. Takes a nap. They are going to try and find a fight, though, because the storm isn't here, but fighting into a Lycan who's already shapeshifted and an Abaddon, you don't really want to go on him either. Now they lock jump in. They are going to be able to grab Notail. Take him out real quickly. 2 dead on the side of OG. This is going to ensure that Liquid will be able to grab this tier 2, unlock that last lane of barracks, and go for the Megas.
They got a little bit of time. At least the other lanes were successfully pushed out, but Liquid are going to back off.
Really respecting them, and they're going to just go over to Roshan, I think, because why not just absolutely secure your victory here if you can.
I mean, you've got a Storm Spirit. It's almost core to have an Aegis on this dude.
And you've got like these scary late game heroes and Morph and Troll. You do not want to risk losing a fight by pushing into high ground, giving them the Roshan, and all of a sudden, the game has slipped out of your fingers.
If Liquid is doing so well at doing the OG strategy, who knows that OG could turn it around and give him a piece of the Liquid medicine. Oh, the
Carapace, nice. Impale follow-up onto the Troll. No initiation, though, from Liquid. They're going to let OG just kind of run in here, go for GH. They're going to pull back in this Nyx Assassin. Anna is going to jump into the high ground here, but pulled back down by the Vacuum Centaur once again. And now Jerix is gone. Their big team fighter is out of this with a huge wall coming out from Mind Control. Is going to be gone on by Topson with that Battle Trance, the Euphonic Shield, and Guardian Greed's helping to be able to keep him alive for so long. Look at him. They're just beating him down. Finally, they do get the kill, but it costs them so much. And now Topson realized he just has to TP out of here. He will be successful, but Anna's not going to be as lucky as he can't get away from Miracle. Beyond godlike triple kill for him, and it looks like there may be one more hero on the menu here, Seb. Another TP away, but he's not as lucky as Topson in that regard. He goes down, and Liquid are saying, why do we need Roche? We could just go straight for the throat right here.
At least for some buybacks. You know that these heroes are going to be down for a while, but it's possible that, you know, even if they start hammering away at tier 4s, these heroes are pretty low level. The Morphling's going to respawn in 25 seconds. Just go for the free Roche. There's no shrine up top. Even if they buy back now, it's too late. Get the cheese, get the Aegis.
Started running in mid, thought better of it. Let's take the easy route of an Aegis cheese. I mean, Miracle's already having such a free game in that regard.
And now GH working his way to an Aeon disc. Already, he's so tanky. You saw they got the lasso off, and I don't blame them for wanting to initiate on the Nyx Assassin, but he takes too long to kill. Then you go on to the Darkseer with the Battle Trance. He takes too long to kill. Morphling, on the other hand, he may take a while to kill if he's max strength, but he's not dealing any damage in the process.
4-man smoke up. Miracle will make his jump. He's got some vision thanks to this ward, and he's going to be able to find Jerix. That's the most important hero at this point to be able to grab, and he gets no-tailed killed as well. OG left with only 3. They're going to be able to get Topson, and it's looking like OG just going to go out with a whimper here as Team Liquid march towards the high ground.
23 Bloodstone charges on the Storm Spirit, 28k net worth advantage. Looks like OG are just at death's door at this tournament.
Mega is available here. They're going to make the jump on a Sem. Manage to get the silence onto it. Vacuum Centaur stun once again. Mind Control just keeps on landing these combos. Anna is going to be silenced up soon. If the Ban can stay on top of me, he does manage to get the silence. Jerix blinks into the last second, but look at Liquid. They actually split apart just as Jerix tries to make furtive Echo Slam. They do manage to get the control up in a Miracle, but now he's going to be able to jump in the back line, go straight for Jerix. He's now out of the equation again, and the Morphling is so low, might not be able to make it out. He's trying to limp his way back into the fountain, but another Centaur stun. They just keep on hitting. A second one lands after that. Now Seb's going to be silenced as well. Drop back down into his doom. Buybacks coming from both the carries of OG, but it's still a very healthy Liquid as they're going to demonstrate just how strong they are by taking on the 2 carries inside of their fountain. Topson popping his Battle Trance.
Rampage!
Rampage for Miracle. Give him a double Rampage. That's Miracle ending the game against OG.
GG. OG try to fight against it, but Liquid just execute this fast-paced strategy so well. Every single hero, yet